Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Mattel Wrestling WWE Elite Series 78, or at least the figures I chose to get from this wave. In front of you, we've got Drake Maverick, R-Truth, Naomi, and the Chase variant glow-in-the-dark Naomi. Now, there were 3 figures in this wave I chose not to get. They were Matt Riddle, Kofi Kingston, and Randy Orton. Pretty much my rule when buying wrestling figures, they need to be more or less fully clothed or somehow able to be used in different action figure scenarios, whether they be thugs, henchmen, muscle, or just regular civilians. So Drake Maverick, he's got full clothes on, pants, a little bit odd with the zebra stripes, but I've grown to like Drake Maverick. And R-Truth here, doesn't have a shirt on, doesn't quite fit the bill for figures I usually buy with wrestlers, but I've also grown to like R-Truth, and I have a bunch of other R-Truth figures I wanted to compare him to. I pretty much try to get my hands on all the female wrestling figures that I can, thus explaining Naomi. Matt Riddle didn't have full clothing on, had some short shorts on, didn't know what I could possibly do with that guy. That Kofi Kingston had some super colorful outfit that I really didn't think I could ever use that figure for. And then Randy Orton, no shirt, or at least a removable shirt, and pretty much no pants on equals no buy. So in this video, we'll take a look at each of the wrestlers individually. We'll look at their height, articulation, accessories, and compare them to some other figures of the same wrestlers. So let's go ahead and start off with Drake Maverick. So here's the Drake Maverick figure with all of its accessories laid out. He does come with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. He also comes with a wanted poster for R-Truth, the 24/7 champion. He also has a removable shirt. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So Drake Maverick here is one of the shortest wrestlers in the modern day and age. And let's check him out. This is his first Elite figure. He received his first basic figure a couple waves ago. Hair looks pretty good. Beard looks pretty good as well. Definitely liking the sculpt. Moving further down, Maverick 24/7, trying to get that championship, trying to pin somebody down. Hands look a little bit too big for his body. Of course, using the same hands he used for all the other wrestlers, but this is a small dude right here. His pants, not feeling them. They're kind of zebra striped. Then he's got his boots. And here he is, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with his hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are some completely flat and outstretched hands, and God, they just look way too big for this guy. And here he is with his second pair of hands. These are semi-open gripping hands. These are the hands I'll prefer for him, as they can, number 1, hold an item, number 2, can double up his fists pretty easily, and these hands also seem a little bit too large for him. Now let's check out his shirt. It's black, made of soft goods material, Maverick 24/7. On the back side, it's got some Velcro where you can seal it up. Here he is with his shirt off. And here he is with his shirt on. Looks pretty good. You can definitely read it very clearly. And one thing I wanted to point out, he's got a little Maverick 24/7 on his hip as well. And his next accessory, and I absolutely love this thing. I probably wouldn't have bought Drake Maverick if it didn't come with this. This is a wanted poster for R-Truth. You can see a picture of R-Truth in there. 24/7. WWE Superstar 24/7 champion. They want him. They want to pin him and take the belt from him. Pretty cool accessory. It's made of cardboard, a little bit thicker than simply paper. And one of the reasons I really like this accessory, I have a bunch of different R-Truth figures. Several of them I use as thugs, street thugs in my overall Batman Gotham City action figure world. And now I've got a wanted poster for R-Truth for the police. That is just a match made in heaven. Here's Commissioner Gordon in the GCPD headquarters, explaining to a couple of his lieutenants who they're looking for. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out the height of this guy. Like I said before, he's one of the shorter wrestlers in the modern day and age. From bottom to top, sitting at about 6.2 inches tall. which is going to translate to just a tiny bit under 16 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go up more than 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. There is a bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows, they go in about 90 degrees right there. His wrist can rotate around and it's hinged as well. He's got an ab crunch in the middle here, go forward and back about that far. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs on ball joints, they go out about that far. Forward about that much. Back, not too much at all. He does have a thigh cut below that. Double jointed knees below that. Then he's got a boot cut below that. And then his feet go up and then go down. And they really can't rotate or tilt or rock. Here he is, next to the other Drake Maverick figures they've made. These are basic figures from Series 102. There are two different color variations of him in that wave. One's in a black sort of SWAT outfit, and one's in a more military green version of the same outfit. I'm actually surprised to say the head sculpt is not the same. It's a little bit different on this Elite one. And I bought a couple extra Drake Maverick figures from Series 102. Just have a couple of extra military guys in my military action figure collection. And here he is, next to his best friend, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is one of the biggest wrestlers nowadays, and his best friend, Drake Maverick, is one of the smallest wrestlers nowadays. Kind of an odd couple. And here's R-Truth with all of his accessories laid out. He comes with the 24/7 championship belt. He also comes with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So here he is, got his hair up top, this unique look of his, got his piercings on his ears and his eyebrow. He is smiling a little much, all tattered up, got the tattoos all over his chest and arms. He's sporting his one gloved look, got some black sort of shorts on, black shoes. Overall, not too bad. Bunch more tattoos on the back. And here he is, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with his hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are some open, outstretched hands. I would describe these as grabbing or throwing hands. And here he is with his second pair of hands. These are some semi-open gripping hands. These are going to be my hands of choice for him, as they can hold a weapon and double up his fists pretty easily. Now let's look at his championship belt. It's green and gold. On the front, it says 24/7 champion. And here he is wearing his championship belt around his waist. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, sitting at about 6.75 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 17 centimeters. And if you go to the top of his hair, it's almost 7 inches tall. Now let's check out his articulation. Start with his head. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. Can look up and down about that far. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He does have a bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows, they go in about 90 degrees. His wrist can rotate, and it's hinged as well. He's got a traditional ab crunch in the middle there. Allows him to go forward and back about that far. Waist swivel below that. Legs on a ball joint, they can go out about that far. Forward, about that much. Back, really not at all. He's got a thigh cut below that. Double jointed knees below that. He's got a cut at the top of his shoe where he can rotate. Then his feet go up and down, and they can't really rotate or tilt rock at the foot part. Here's this new Series 78 Elite R-Truth in the middle, next to a whole bunch of other R-Truth figures. I even made an Aliens Colonial Marine soldier with an extra R-Truth head that I had on the far right. You can see why some of these guys work great for street thugs. And now let's look at the Naomi figure. On the left, we've got the regular release. On the right, the glow-in-the-dark chase variant with the Feel the Glow outfit. These figures are identical except for the paint jobs. They come with a robe, 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands, and the Women's SmackDown Championship belt. So let's take a look at the figures. So here's a regular release. Smiling, the face looks decent, the hair looks really good. Got black on top, green, and then sort of neon yellow highlights going down. A 2-piece outfit. See some skin through there. Overall, looking pretty good. I do like the way the hair came out. And then the Chase variant should be in a glow-in-the-dark paint scheme. Feel the glow. Feel the glow. Her hair's a little bit different. Black on top, yellow in the middle, and then pink tips. Once again, looking pretty good. Looks like single jointed elbows, double jointed knees. And here they are, broken down as far as they can go, with all their removable parts detached. Now let's check out our accessories, and let's start off with her hands. Here she is with her first pair of hands. These are some sort of relaxed, outstretched hands. And here she is with her second pair of hands. These are some semi-open gripping hands. These will be my hands of choice for her. Now let's check out her robe. I believe this is in glow-in-the-dark material, but we'll check that out shortly. It is made of a softer material. You can stretch it out, put it on her. It's sleeveless. Nice texture on the entire robe. Here they are without their robes on. And here they are wearing their robes. Now let's check out her Women's SmackDown Championship belt. This thing is in that neon yellow color, glow in the dark. It's got some gold and some blue at the front. It just has the wrestling logo. And here they are wearing their championship belts around their waists. And here's an example of the glow in the dark features. Both figures, the robe glows in the dark, the belt glows in the dark. But on the regular variant, on the left, none of her parts glow in the dark. And this one, all of her outfit glows in the dark. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and her accessories, now let's check out her height. From bottom to top, she's sitting at about 6.1 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 15.5 centimeters. And now, let's check out her articulation. Starting with her head here. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. Her hair is soft, but you really can't get it much further than that. She can look up and down just a tiny bit there. Shoulders on a ball joint and go out a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. She does have a bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows. They go in about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit less. Her wrist can rotate, and it's hinged as well. She's got a ball joint in her chest area, can rotate around but just a tiny bit. Can also go forward and back, but not too much. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs are on ball joints, they can go out that far. Forward, about that far, and back, really not at all. No thigh cut there. Double jointed knees, go back that far. She's got a boot cut here, and her feet go up and down, and that's about it. And it turns out I don't have any other Naomi figures to compare her to, but here she is next to a few Jimmy Uso figures. He's her husband. Now let's check them out, compared with some other wrestling figures, starting off with the Series 77 Elite figures. Here they are, next to the Elite figures from Series 77 that I purchased. And here they are, next to the WWE Elite Series 76 action figures. That's the first wave in a long time that I felt like I had to get every single figure from. Here they are, next to some basic wrestling figures. And here they are, next to some more female wrestling figures. We've got a couple basic figures on the left, and a couple of elite females on the right. So overall, these are some pretty nice figures, but this wave was kind of a letdown after the amazing Elite 77 and Elite 76. Elite 79 is looking to be a disappointment as well. I think there's one figure I want from that wave, and of course it's the hardest one to find. So overall, if I were to say, I think R-Truth is my favorite figure from this wave. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.